The Love of Two Stars, a Korean Legend. Retold and illustrated by Janie, Jaehyun Park. A note from the author. This is a retelling of an ancient Korean legend about two stars, Altair and Vega, or Jeonnu and Jingnya, as they are known in Korea. They meet in the Milky Way on the 7th day of the 7th month of the lunar year. A lunar year is divided into 12 lunar months. In each month, the moon makes a complete revolution of the Earth, which means it goes around the Earth one full time. In countries like China, Japan, and Korea, people hold a yearly event to celebrate the love of these two stars. The author says that she first heard the story of Jeonnu and Jingnya when she was a little girl. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom in the starry sky. In that realm, there lived a young man, Jeonnu, who was a farmer. Ever since he was a little boy, he had loved animals. Because he took such good care of them, his steers were the strongest beasts of burden in the land. Nearby, there lived a young woman named Jingnya, who was a weaver. Because she made the most beautiful and durable cloth in the kingdom, her fabric was the most sought after, and she was kept busy at her loom day and night. One fine day, Jeonnu and Jingnya met by chance in a garden blooming with every kind of flower. They fell in love the instant they saw each other. From that day forth, their only desire was to be together. They lost all interest in their former lives. Jeonnu's cattle got sick, and Jingnya's loom grew dusty as they spent their days talking in the garden, reveling in their love for each other. Meanwhile, the farms in the kingdom soon became barren, as there were no more strong cattle to plow the fields. People began to grow hungry, and their clothes began to wear thin, and they had to be patched, since there was no longer any fine, strong cloth to buy. The king of the starry realm became angry with Jeonnu and Jingnya for their idleness, and he decided to separate the lovers. Idleness means that they were being lazy. So he sent Jeonnu to the end of the east, and Jingnya to the end of the west. But to make their separation more bearable, he told them that they could meet in the Milky Way once a year on the 7th day of the 7th moon month. Once Jeonnu and Jingnya were separated, they sadly went back to their duties. But their hearts were broken, and they longed for each other. Finally, the 7th day of the 7th moon month came around. Jeonnu and Jingnya rushed to meet each other in the Milky Way. But the river of stars was too wide and too deep for them to get across. There was no boat to carry them, and no bridge for them to walk over. They called to each other, sobbing and crying in their desperation. Their tears flooded the earth. As the waters rose, all the beasts and birds gathered together to see if they could make this rain of tears stop. The magpies and crows, two kinds of birds, thought they knew a way to help the lovers. They flew in their thousands up into the sky. Beak to tail, wingtip to wingtip, they hovered so close together that they formed a bridge across the Milky Way. Jeonnu and Jingnya rushed to one another and embraced joyously. When the time came to say goodbye, the lovers shed tears once again. But these tears were gentle, and when they fell on the earth, the plants flourished and had many rich fruits. Since that time, it is said that on the 7th day of the 7th moon month, it always rains. Jaehyun and Jingya are crying because they must part. But fruits and vegetables grow abundantly in that soft rain. That means that a lot of fruit and vegetables grow. And in that season, magpies and crows go bald because Jaehyun and Jingya have been stepping on their heads.